Hey guys, Outdoor Enthusiast 88 here again. So think back about 100 years ago. Think back to what police and law enforcement were actually using as sidearms back then. They were not using today's standards of Glock and double stack magazines like the Beretta 92 FS. They just didn't have that technology. In fact, they were using revolvers, and not just any revolvers, but revolvers like the Colt Police Positive 38. Now this Police Positive, as you can tell, it's almost the same size as the Beretta, so just to kind of give you guys a size comparison of, you know, what back in the day looked like. But this right here is actually a 6-shot Colt Police Positive 38. It's in kind of rough shape, and I'll tell you how I got this. It was actually my wife's grandfather's Colt Police Positive 38, and it was stuck in a drawer for probably 50 years. So that is why it is in the shape that it's in. I just got my hands on it. Haven't done too much to it, kind of cleaned it up a little bit, but I'm not going to do anything to the finish or anything like that. Kind of keep the patina. But I'll show you guys if you look close. You can see Colt Police Positive 38. Light stamping of the Colt stamp there. You flip it over. Colt Manufacturing, Hartford, Connecticut, USA. It's got, you know, quite a bit of rust on it, quite a bit of pitting. The grips kind of are a little loose. I've tried tightening them down, but they've kind of worn down over the years. Action and everything else still works great. It was really gumped up before I got it, and I did not want to move around at all. Nothing was moving on it, so I cleaned it up a little bit. This one was actually made in 1920, and it is the 3-inch barrel version. They actually started making these in 1907 to 1947, so Colt had a pretty long run for those. And, you know, they all had the 6-round cylinder. They actually were in various types of caliber, including 32 long and short Colt, as well as 32 Colt New Police, which would later be called the 32 Smith & Wesson Long, and as well as this one, the 38 Colt New Police 38 Smith & Wesson. So Colt didn't want to give away a lot of marketing material to Smith & Wesson at the time, so instead of calling it 38 Smith & Wesson, they called it 38 Colt New Police, and that was the caliber. Now the problem is that caliber, 38 Smith & Wesson, is not the equivalent of today's 38 Special, which I have right here. Because, if you notice, that's as far as it goes. It's actually, the 38 Special is actually much longer than the 38 Smith & Wesson. So 38 Smith & Wesson you can still buy. It is nowhere near as cheap as the 38 Special, but still, nonetheless, you could shoot this revolver if you wanted to. So I just want to kind of take this out for you guys, show you a little bit of history, and you know, this was probably carried at one point as a police revolver. You could buy in the civilian market, which is where I'm sure my wife's grandfather picked it up in, and it kind of kept it in a drawer for all these years. But you know, it's a neat piece of history, and Colt revolvers are really popular these days, and since they don't make them anymore, all the more reason to you know, keep a look at this type of history like this. So very neat historical revolver, and hope you guys enjoyed the video. Subscribe to my channel, you know, like this video. Let me know if you have any questions below, or if you have any insight on these types of revolvers, and have a good one.